Pittsburgh Steelers fans, AFC North team fans, everybody, welcome to a special, freaky Black Friday edition of the Homies Podcast. I'm your boy Tate, here with my homie B Dirt, the homie Pay, and the one and only true character of the show, Mr. Algorithm himself. What's up, fellas?
What to do?
If he's the only true character of the show, what character would he be? Would he be DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Looney Tunes?
Definitely Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
Marvel all day and night. Marvel.
Looney.
Marvel all day and night. Marvel. Stop it.
I was thinking he might be a part of the Darkwing Duck universe. You know, they had Darkwing Duck. They had DuckTales. I think he might be.
I think he's old school. I think he's in living color.
He want Fire Marshal G.
Hey,
he needed for all those hot takes.
You know what? You know what? You just worry about about 2 hours of corner time you owe me right now for your big trash Bears, and we'll talk later.
We can get into that, but that's an hour too. You're foreshadowing. G.
Facts.
But yeah, man, B Dirt, man, you just tell us about your day yesterday, man. How'd it go?
It was great, man. A lot of good times were had.
Ooh, good.
A lot of food, coma, / red wine coma last night. So good times. Popped some bubbles. We did it up.
And Pay, how did your day go?
My Thanksgiving, my holiday was ruined. Thanks a lot. First game of the football calendar for the holiday. Thanks you for ruining football. There's not enough sweet potato pie in the world that can fix what Eberflus did to my holiday.
You see what the chat general talking about?
What the chat general says, hey, congrats on the coach being fired.
Yeah, only 10 weeks too late.
Yeah, probably so. Big G, how about your day? Go ahead, Pay.
No, I was about to come right back to the comment. He should have been fired 365 days ago. Well, I have if you check my stories on any of the social networks, TikTok or wherever the case, we had a segment in which he said, "Hey, he's put together a couple of good games. Should we bring him back? No, still fire this guy." Ryan Poles, he obviously doesn't watch the show. He should. In fact, just bring me, Tiff, and Q on as advisors. We'll let you know what not to do and what you should do. A, shouldn't have brought Bro back. Eberflus should have been gone last year. B, I see Gavin Anthony in the comments saying, "Pay, now you know how I felt last year with Matt Canada." Actually, no. What I felt was a lot worse. I know what having a bad offense feels like. You don't know what it's like to have a bad coach. Tomlin, much respect. You guys are blessed to have Mike Tomlin.
That's facts. All the Steeler coaches, all the people, Steeler fans talking about our coaches garbage. Get out of here. Stop it.
I agree there. Mm-hmm. Big G, how about your day, man? You had to bless people in, some son-in-laws around the whole family and get them right.
No, it was cool, man. I had a house full of people. We ate good. I'm going to have a house full of people tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm going to have a house full of people in a few hours. I got family coming in from out of town. I just got my son-in-law out of here a few hours ago because he had to report back to Columbus, Ohio. They gave him a few hours to come home and be with his family, but he got to go down there and do his thing for the big game tomorrow. So, he said he's going to call me as soon as he gets to Columbus, touches down, and give me a couple pictures from over in the Woody to let me know what's going on to preparation for the big game tomorrow. So we had fun and family fun and friends. So good time, man. Good holiday. And football, yeah. We lost a little. My son-in-law is a diehard Bears fan. He's a diehard. Oh, he was crushed yesterday. He was crushed. It was hilarious to hear him and his dad, because his dad's a Bears fan as well. and him and his dad going back and forth. And his dad said Caleb Williams is trash. It was like, that's what I'm talking about, Pops. That's what I'm talking about. He told the truth. Tell the truth, Pops.
He had the team in position to win the game, Big G. He was bad coaching at the end.
Hey, man, his daddy been a Bears fan since 88. I respect him. I respect that, man. He's been a Bears fan since 88.
Just because you've been a Bears, just because you've been an A fan of anything for a long time doesn't mean you say the right things.
Hey, man, he's been a Bears fan at 88. He got a lot of miles, man. A lot of miles, man. He said this is Mitch Trubisky, Justin Fields all over again. That was his exact words.
I gotta believe that you heard him wrong. He said the situation might mirror. It ain't the same player. He's an actual baller. Trubisky and Justin Fields, no, they are sitting on a pine because they're not Caleb Williams.
Yeah, well, I think Justin would suit you a lot better, but that's another conversation for another show.
How would he suit us better? How? Yeah. Well, hour two conversation. Hour two. Yeah. Let's talk about AFC North.
Yep.
Well, my Thanksgiving went well. It was fun.
Tate, how was your Thanksgiving?
Well, anytime I can get all these people together under one roof is my family. Me and my wife, my sister and her family, my brother and nephew and my mom. We was all here at the house. Yeah, they're still here. There's some more family coming over, but they're still here right now. And anytime I can get them all together, and then they get, like every Thanksgiving, everybody touches down on Wednesday and they stay till at least Sunday. My brother sometimes leaves on Monday. But yeah, man, we ate, we watched football, we played games. At the end of the night, we played poker. I won some money. It's my second time winning in a row. So, you know.
How much bread? Can you disclose how much bread?
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. We played tournament style, $25 buy-in, 5 people. Second place gets their money back. So what's that? 25.
$100.
$100, yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
I love that quick math there, B. Taylor, check it out every Wednesday.
2-0 in our pick six starting the week off
now. What time is pay dirt?
6:35.
Until
you like that superstation start times, right?
No, well, hey, y'all, go check them out. But you know when it's 7:55, you know what it's time for. Pump your brakes on Wednesday.
Run through the jungle.
Hey, we got a super chat.
Whoa,
hey.
Hey,
I'm thinking
you can only get the super clap in Vegas.
Yeah, and it costs you more than $5.
Hey, B Dirt, thanks for joining the show and bringing some true inside knowledge because I really worry about the other two. Come on.
Hey, go ahead, man. I mean, listen, he's got to have his Thanksgiving fix. I mean, he starts right off the back, man. Go on ahead, man. You already know. Come on, man. Got to have a fix. Got to have it. Can't live without it. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about we're not even 10 minutes in, and he's already done did it. Come on, man. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. So we're going to go to break real quick, and I'm going to just be here for the first half of the show. Then Big G going to be driving the spaceship. I'm going to get the OT show set up, and then Big G going to drive. B Dirt driving OT tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So B Dirt got the OT. Man, can we switch it? B Dirt, can we do our picks like the first half of this show? So I can get mine. Okay.
I don't care. I got them ready to go. You tell me when.
All right, you got records this week? Heck
no.
I knew that wasn't possible.
The problem is just going to be putting pays and mines together. I'll just do mine. Pay, do you have yours like calculating?
No? I'll have it for hour 2. Promise.
All right. I'll go through. I'll go through ours.
Hey, you know me and you only lost 3 games last week, right?
Say again.
Me and you only lost 3 games because we picked all the same. We only lost 3 total.
Out the whole week?
You're not talking about the spread. You talk about the winners, right?
No, we didn't do. Yeah, we know no spread. We didn't have it.
We didn't have spread. You weren't here. Don't hold me to that.
Yeah,
I won the spread with Chicago yesterday.
That was easy. If you listen, Pay Dirt, be without. I told you. I gave you 5 reasons why the Bears is going to cover. They should have won. And I told you they was going to lose too in miraculous fashion, and they did.
Not like the Raiders. Man, the Chiefs keep getting away, man. They just
let me. If the Kansas City Chiefs were the New England Patriots, everybody will be super mad. But let me tell you, the New England Patriots didn't get away with as many beneficial flags as these Chiefs are. Wow.
Hey man, how do you get a fumble called on you on a pre-snap penalty? That's all I want to know. It's a pre-snap penalty. How do you lose the ball? It's not a 10-second runoff. The penalty was called before the snap, and they rewarded the ball to the Chiefs. I'll leave it alone. We'll talk about it in overtime. It's ridiculous.
I'll just add this. I didn't see the end of the game. I was looking on my phone, but I volunteered. Let me see again. I volunteered to take my niece and my nephews. So the little girl in the front, the two little boys, and my big nephew over in the left-hand corner, my brother's son, to the Sky Zone.
Yeah, that's fun.
I never been to the Sky Zone. You
that's
know what?
Fun.
Yeah, it's big fun, Big G. It's big, not fun for me with 3 little kids, and it's glow in the dark night, and I get there and find out I got to spend $13 on T-shirts for each kid. I wasn't expecting that.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting to have to buy socks.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Yeah.
So anyway, I wouldn't think I'm gonna spend about $80 to $100.
Nah.
Everything got taxed up. $210.
Oh yeah. Did they eat? Did they eat anything?
They got a bottle of water.
You got off easy. You got off.
Since we're talking about the holidays, and spending bread, my family, we spent the holidays in Kentucky. This past weekend, we did a little extra thing. We rented out a cabin, did the whole woo wop bam out there, right? So while all the grown-ups went away to go on a Maker's Mark, you need to advertise for that Maker's Mark tour or whatever, I stayed back and watched the kids. Took them to main event.
That's a tour like the
liquor. Oh, you got broke too. You was at main event. You got big broke.
Man, oh my God. It was 7 kids.
It's a bowling alley, a rock climbing wall, a laser tag, an indoor putt-putt golf, pool tables, and and like a arcade and like a big bar, all combined into one thing. It's called
you took 7 kids?
7 kids.
Yeah, he's busted.
7 kids to main event. I am broke until 2025.
Yeah, you busted. You busted. Did they eat pay? Did they eat too?
No, I said no food. No food.
Yeah.
We play games, we play laser tag, and we getting out of here. Still.
Yeah. About 250, 300. Quick. 250, 300. Gone.
Yeah,
Big gone.
I'm of the no food rule era. Like we went to movies, we couldn't get nothing. You lucky just to go to the movie. Popcorn? You lost your mind. and then that was a time where eating out was a treat. Going to McDonald's was a treat. Now young people, man, they expect it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know these new kids are different. My mom still ain't got no McDonald's money. Like McDonald's money, I ain't got none of that. and that's what McDonald's is $3 for a Big Mac.
Get a whole Happy Meal for $2.50. You ain't getting it now, buddy. It ain't happening now. They're gonna bust that bank wide open.
I remember a cheeseburger, McDonald's regular cheeseburger, Big G. You remember back when
59 cents.
I would say 50 cents, 49 cents.
Yeah, 49 cents.
I remember when McDonald's was. I'm talking about where Superior Credit Union is. That was McDonald's
on Allentown Road. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, 50-cent cheeseburgers, man. That's what a cheeseburger costs now, probably.
Well, you get the $5 meal. Just get the nuggets.
You get $5 meal. Almost $2 now.
Yeah, but you can get the $5 meal when you get a McDouble, some nuggets, a fry, and a drink for $5. So they trying to look out for a player. But if you order just like the regular, you're gonna run $10 for 2 cheeseburgers, a fry, and a drink. $10.
That's the deal. You get
Yeah,
that. Get that. What'd you call it? What's the meal?
It's like a value meal.
Okay, yeah, that's the deal then.
Yeah.
But hey, man, enough of the holiday talk, the fast food talk, everything we're doing. Let's talk about some football and make our picks, and we'll go from there. So if you're watching live on YouTube, you know the drill. You know how it go. We're not going anywhere. We just got to take a quick pause for the calls to let our partners and advertisers get a few words. And if you listen on audio, just bear with us while we sit here and go. What I say?
Get them, Black and Gold podcast. Get them.
I said,
Go ahead, get them.
Out Freaky Friday.
I don't know.
The
rewind will tell the tale.
Tape on that one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So after this quick break, I'm gonna put up the know-it-alls QR code. Take a screenshot and scan it later. Subscribe to Know-It-Alls. We all part of the Know-It-All crew. Pay B Dirt, myself, Big G, and Mod, who are gonna be disappointed tomorrow when Texas loses to Texas A&M. Oh yeah, I'm taking the points on that one too. But I really got Texas A&M winning outright.
You heard that?
I'm not gonna pay attention.
Okay. We know, but we know how it usually go down, though. Don't we?
I don't know, man.
Well, they ain't played each other in over a decade, so do we know how it goes down?
Well, I just think Texas is a little overhyped. That's all.
They might be.
I mean, I could be wrong. So you guys obviously all think Texas got it.
No, I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm gonna talk about it on a overtime podcast. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit over there, man. I'm gonna hold them in suspense.
Okay.
We took Texas -5.
Yes, we did.
On pay dirt.
You did what? You took who?
Texas -5 on pay dirt. Pay also took Ohio State -20.5, and I whined and asked him if we could take it out of there, and he gave me some solace.
Oh yeah, you said you said you weren't touching that one. I
was like, come on, buddy, we can't leave that one on there. I can't root for my squad to get beat like that.
He made it so you didn't have so you could just maintain your integrity.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was a mercy killing, really.
And hey, homies fans. Well, I was just asking them about that. I mean, just an example. Y'all may not remember this, but this happened and this was said in the past. Yeah. I mean, Paul Warfield, Ohio State, ain't he?
No.
He not?
No. I think Warfield went to Notre Dame.
Ohio State University.
Thank you, B Dirt. Man, I always got to be right all the time.
Get up out of here.
You know what? Being on the show with you, Big G, is good for my brand. It is.
Let's go.
He said it's good for my brand.
That's trash. That's big trash. Let's go, man. Let's go. Name Ohio State's top 5 running backs, wide receivers, and linebackers right now off the top of your head.
That's too much, man. We gotta go to break.
I know it by heart. So
I'm not here to take a quiz.
Right.
been a Buckeye for a long time, bro. Been a Buckeye for a long time.
Don't matter, like Payday said, just because you've been a fan for a long time don't mean you writing what you say.
Okay.
Well, Warfield's probably one of the top 5 wide receivers. You said he didn't go to Ohio State.
He's not top 5 wide receiver at Ohio State. Stop that. He's not.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, but he's not a top 5 wide receiver at Ohio State.
And you name 5 receivers from Ohio State in the Hall of Fame?
Right now.
Without naming Paul Warfield.
In the Ohio State Hall of Fame or in the NFL Hall of Fame?
NFL Hall of Fame.
Oh, no, you can't.
Okay,
no.
Yeah, so he's great. But all right, we're going to take this quick break real quick. Give Big G some time to clear his thoughts about some of the stuff he says. And we'll be right back after this.
Well, that's going to take longer than a quick break.
and we're back on the homies Freaky Black Friday podcast. Special Black Friday edition. I'm watching what I'm saying because who put me out there? Was that T. Riley?
Nope, the black and gold.
Gold standard. Yeah. All right, fellas. Let's jump right into real quick to AFC North schedule this week. Which game y'all was talking about first? We kind of went full tilt on Wednesday on Pump Your Brakes. B Dirt and his crew.
Do you want to do the picks first, or do you want to do the AFC North first?
Oh, picks last.
All right, you got it.
Okay, so well, I'll just pick it. We got the Browns playing the Broncos.
Monday night football, right?
Yep.
It is Monday night. It is Monday night.
Going to bed early Monday night.
I think the Broncos should win easily.
Hey, homie Richard, it is on the Steel Curtain Network. It's also on the Bengals Network right now and some other ones, but this is more of an AFC North podcast with a Pittsburgh Steelers kind of, we lean that way, but we talk about the North games. I don't know if you, well, now you at least chimed in. The Browns lose to the Broncos. I like that. So, B Dirt, tell us what you think about this game first, man.
Listen, I think it's going to be kind of a muddy game. It's going to be cold weather and running the football, and whoever's defense plays better, I think, wins. I give a slight nod to the Broncos defense this year. But I think it's going to be close. I mean, what is it, a 5.5 point spread, I think?
Last I looked at it, was 5.5.
5.5. I think it's a field goal game, 3-4. I think it's about right. So, one score game should be good. Should be entertaining, but not something I'm going to stay up and watch Monday Night Football. I'll be asleep by halftime for sure.
Entertaining to some people, but not entertaining to you. What you're saying?
That bingo.
The whole deal is, can the Broncos stop Myles Garrett from wrecking the game? That's the whole deal. If the Broncos can effectively block Myles Garrett, the Broncos will win. If they can't block Myles Garrett, they'll lose. That's the game in a nutshell.
So Richard says Broncos top 5 defense and rookie of the year. We're going to get into this rookie of the year talk. Big E Broncos been throwing that out there too. I've got some actual stats and numbers that we'll share in overtime instead of just letting you guys say whatever you want in chat.
But for this hour, you said it comes down to if they can block Myles Garrett, and that determines the game. So what you're saying is that 8 other teams. What's the Browns record? 3-8, 3-9.
Mm-hmm.
So a whole bunch of other teams was able to block Myles.
Lock them up.
Yeah,
3-8.
Yeah, that's facts. But that's facts. In the 3 games the Browns won, Myles Garrett wrecked the game. Myles Garrett had 2+ sacks in all the games that they won. At least two in every game that they won. He wrecked the game, man. Myles Garrett is a game wrecker.
He is. The defending defensive player of the year is a game breaker. But I do not think that one being able to block him is the route to beating the Browns. I mean, it can go a long way. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say it isn't. But one, they didn't beat the Ravens because they Myles Garrett was game breaking them. They just beat the holy
brake shoes.
Mess
Go
out
brake
of
shoes.
Right. They beat the brake shoes out of the Ravens pass defense. Jameis Winston did. They won the game against the Steelers. Myles Garrett had a great first half. The second half, it was more so just Jameis Winston making plays. Jameis Winston making plays, and the Steelers not making enough plays on their back end of their defense. So I'm just disputing the fact that it all boils down to Myles Garrett. Again, great player, reigning defensive player of the year, but I mean they have lost games in which he's had good games.
Who's the 3 wins for the Browns this year? They beat the Steelers, they beat the Ravens, and they beat who?
Oh, somebody else. Stat Boy, check it out. Who
Jags?
else did they beat? Probably the Jags. They lose to everybody.
Yeah, 1 sack against Jacksonville, 0 sacks against Baltimore, 3 sacks against the Steelers.
0 sacks against Baltimore?
0.
He probably, I mean, sacks isn't the end all be all for a defensive end. I mean, he's a pass rusher. You want to get sacks. That is the main point of your job. But there are other things you have to do, right? So I'm not saying he didn't have a good
Jags 18-13. That's the kind of ball game you're in for Monday night. Enjoy that.
Yeah, have fun. But I mean, I'm not saying he didn't have a good game against Baltimore, but but making sure you block him well, that doesn't necessarily. That's not the clearest path to a W. There are other things you got to do. I mean, the Cleveland Browns are going to help you beat them. They're not a good team by no stretch of the imagination. I mean, I want to get that out there. I just don't agree with the 1 equals 1 equation that you threw out there, G.
I think Myles Garrett is the key to the game. Winston will do what Winston does what Winston does. He has games where he doesn't make mistakes, but he definitely pushes the envelope. He does throw interceptions. He will turn the ball over. And so how does Cleveland combat that? Myles Garrett got to wreck the game. You got to put pressure on that rookie quarterback. Because if that rookie quarterback's able to run around and do what he does, the Broncos will win, man.
So you're saying if they don't block Myles Garrett, Jameis Winston will eat a W.
If Myles Garrett wrecks the game, Myles Garrett, it's more of the Cleveland Browns defense stopping the Broncos offense versus the Cleveland Browns offense scoring against the Broncos defense. In my opinion,
I've heard that Bo Nix is the truth and he can't be stopped even by Myles Garrett. So
I don't know about that. But if Myles Garrett definitely can wreck the game.
The Broncos defense is rated higher than the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is a more legit defense. It is a more serious defense. They defend the pass a lot better, I should say. They get to the passer a lot better. They have more sophisticated pass rushing schemes than the Cleveland Browns do. The Cleveland Browns are a mess everywhere you look at. Only bright spot they have is Myles Garrett when he has these Superman type games like he had against the Pittsburgh Steelers this past Thursday. Other than that, I mean, the Browns are unimpressive in every facet. I don't care about their running game. Shout out to Chubb making his way back. Shout out to Jameis, resurfacing at his third team. But other than that, what do you see from the Browns that impresses you, that makes you think they go into any week as a favorite, as with a true chance to win the game? They had to be playing the Jaguars or maybe the Bears for you to even think that they can win the game.
Well, Jameis is 2-2, and I think the whole key comes down to Myles Garrett. If they're able to successfully chip Myles Garrett, block Myles Garrett, stop him from wrecking the game, Denver will win.
They won against the Ravens. He had 0 sacks.
Correct. But I believe it. I think that's the whole game plan.
And I'd argue the Steelers game, yes, he was able to get 3 sacks, 2.5 sacks?
3.
And be a game wrecker, but the Steelers kind of lost that game on themselves.
Facts.
When they got that interception, they supposed to 4-minute offense that thing out, and they did.
Facts.
And their defensive lack of pressure on Jameis Winston enabled him to play a clean game.
1 sack,
1 pick.
1 sack with a fumble, and I think he recovered it. That's it. Herbig got to him, and that was it. No, he forced a fumble. Herbig forced a fumble. 1 sack, that was it. No pressure on Winston the whole game.
And that was the problem. Myles Garrett didn't. So what he did was elite, but what he did wasn't the root of the Steelers losing that game and the Browns winning that game.
Yeah. But I got Denver winning though. I got the Broncos winning.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that'd be one of your picks coming up since you jumped out there.
Yeah, I think the Broncos win a close game.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's go on to the next game real quick. We talk about the. I think this is gonna be a good one. The Ravens and the Eagles. Pay. Stinking.
He's thinking a big fine. That's what he's
Fine.
thinking. He's thinking a big old fine.
Your second favorite team, the Ravens against the Eagles. Oh my goodness. That's gonna be a good game. The two leading running backs in the league, Saquon Barkley leapfrogged Derrick Henry into the rushing, leapfrogged him in the rushing leader category. Now he's actually moving up in the MVP discussion. Last I looked at it, he was plus 475 on DraftKings to win MVP. If you're a gambler, that's good value right there. If he messes around and if Lamar and Josh Allen have a little bit of a downturn this last 5 weeks, 6 weeks of the season, Saquon Barkley might win you some good coin. But other than that, this game is going to be very physical, very telling for both squads. One, Lamar Jackson has dominated the NFC his whole career. I like that for them for that reason. I think Lamar just has horseshoes in his back pocket for anytime he sees the other conference, right? If you don't get to see him a lot, you have no idea what he's got up his what he's got up his sleeve, and what he has up his sleeve is a whole lot of butt kicking that he gives that other conference. On the other side, Philadelphia Eagles, Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts have been a magical duo this season, a dynamic duo. The Giants got to be kicking themselves. They chose Derrick Jones. They chose Danny Dimes over Saquon Barkley. If you saw the first Hard Knocks of this year, of the offseason, and when they told Saquon Barkley, yeah, we're going to go a different direction, yada, 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 they got to be like, we did the dummy. And yeah, they definitely did the dummy. They're a 2-win team. The 2-9 now, 2-10, something like that. They lost to the Cowboys yesterday. I don't know how many losses they have. I don't know, they got 2 wins, but they're terrible. They would still be terrible with Saquon Barkley, but gee willikers, yikes. But they would be a lot better, at least on paper, if they kept Saquon. You can't make that decision. You can't let that type of talent walk out of your door for nothing. He is over there putting up MVP type numbers for the Eagles, and he's single-handedly carrying this team, that offense, into big weeks. Without him, think about what the Eagles offense will look like. AJ Brown has been, for him, kind of mid this season. Jalen Hurts has been, for him, kind of mid. Saquon Barkley is really boosting that offense up. The defense has been spectacular. They've returned to form after a down year. I think this is going to be a very good game. I wish it was the Monday night game, but we'll settle for it where it is in the game of the week. So you have the classic rock meeting the hard place, right? Got Lamar and the Ravens. They're great offense against the Eagles and their winning streak. It's going to be magic. I don't know how to call it as far as like who wins. I took on Pay Dirt. You
got the big fine, double down with the big fine, because hit the mute on your mic on your own. The double fine.
The Uncle Nearest is getting to me. I took Pay Dirt. On Pay Dirt, I took the Ravens -3. I got them on my official sheet on the pick 6. So I'm going to ride with that. But it's going to be a good game. It can go either way. The Eagles are there. I respect what they've put up so far. The defense is good. The Saquon Barkley is leading a great offense. Lamar, his record against the NFC is amazing, and their offense has been lights out for majority of the season. We shall see. I can't wait for the fireworks. I hope it lives up to the promise. But I'm gonna still take the Ravens to win by 3 or more.
If Devontae Smith doesn't play for Philadelphia, that changes the complexity of the game. Baltimore's strength is their tight ends, Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. That's their strength. The Philadelphia Eagles have
Yeah,
trouble
they do play.
stopping tight ends. That's the Eagles. The Eagles, they have Nakobe Dean in the middle. The other two linebackers, I don't know. So if the Ravens' game plan is to attack the Eagles with the tight end position, they're going to have success. But if Smith plays for Philadelphia, that changes the complexity of the game because now Philadelphia can really get into their offense. And Philadelphia's offense is hard to stop. When they're at full strength with Dallas Goedert, Smith, A.J. Brown, Saquon, and Jalen, that's 11-on-11 football, man. That makes a big difference. So Smith's health is going to be critical.
You're right. They do play a lot of 13 personnel in Baltimore. And this is the highest scoring 13 personnel you've ever seen in NFL history.
That's facts. That's big facts. And that's where the Eagles deficiency is they don't do well because their linebacker play. Nakobe Dean, like I said, is a very good linebacker in the middle for them, but their outside linebackers, I don't know. And they get lost a lot in coverage and all whatever else. So if Baltimore attacks them that way, it's going to be close. But if Smith plays for Philadelphia, that'll change the game. That'll change how the game's played.
Listen, I think the difference in this game is going to be coaching. Honest to God, because like Pace said, NFC teams normally struggle with Lamar Jackson. It's hard to game plan for him. You watch the Eagles games, they have a pretty vanilla offense, really, as far as their play calling and stuff. When they're able to run the ball and the offensive line can impose its will, I think that's when they're at their most successful. So as far as physicality, like the Ravens have some issues in the back end of could we see some big plays from A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith? Yes. That would be the one thing I could see swing this over, but I don't trust that they're going to do that. I trust more that Baltimore is going to be more effective and that John Harbaugh will outcoach the other side. So I give a slight edge to the Ravens, but again, it's a 3-point. They're a 3-point favorite at home, so it means they're basically a pick'em game, right? You basically normally get 3 points for being the home team. So I think this is going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, and I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, agreed. I think they'll score a lot of points.
And A.J. Brown is having, by his standards, he's not in that top 5 category. He is having a little bit of an off year for him. Like, looked it up. Cortland Sutton has more receiving yards, touchdowns, and more explosive plays over 20 yards.
Facts.
I think they're tied for that, actually.
That's facts. That is big facts. So, but yeah, a great game. I would say easily over 55 points total. Easily over.
I like the over in this game too.
Yeah, easily over 55. They're gonna score a lot of points, man.
I definitely like that over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but that which typically means they probably go under.
Yeah, probably. That's normally what happens. Normally, what happens when you think it's going to be a shootout, it's a defensive struggle, and somebody gets the ball late and wins. That's normally what happens. Oh, by the way, too, y'all, Georgia Tech just went up 10-0, and they should be up 13-0. The dude missed a 23-yard field goal on a crossbar, but they just went up 10-0 on Georgia.
Lifelong fan 07 hit nail on the head right there. Depends on the weather. That's something definitely when you're betting the over-unders, keep an eye on that this time.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, they're that whole
snow game.
They're about to, it's bad. It's snowing here where I'm at in Ohio. It snowed a little bit, but I think north and east of us, oh man, Kill City all the way to the coast.
Snow games are good for overs.
Yeah.
The defense doesn't have good stoppage. They have terrible footing. Basically, is what I'm saying. You see a lot of big plays in snow games.
Yeah. So what we got the last game, the rivalry game, the Bengals and the Steelers. Last game.
Yeah. I'm benching Joe Burrow in all the leagues I own him.
Whoa.
That's how I
So he is going to have a monster game. You heard it here first.
Whoa.
Dang it.
Well.
How do you see this game, G?
I've already clarified it. I think. Listen, I'm gonna give credit. Joe Burrow. I'm still saying he's the top 3 quarterback in the league. Jamar Chase is a top 3 wide receiver in the league. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. They are those guys. How you fight against the Bengals is you play the old New England Patriots defense. You take JPJ and you put him on Higgins. You bracket Jamar Chase and you run the ball in between the tackles. That's how you beat them.
I thought the old New England defense was still in the playbook.
No, what they used to do is they put Revis Island on the opposite guy. They would put Revis Island not on their main guy, they on their number 2. If a team came in and they had 2 legitimate receivers, they put Revis Island on the opposite guy and they would bracket the main guy. And I think that's the approach that the Steelers have to take this week. Bracket Jamar Chase, nothing behind him. Keep everything in front of you. And let JPJ go up against T, and then offensively run the ball in between the tackles and attack them vertically with the tight end position. If they do that, they'll be fine. It's not going to be a problem. But if they try to play Jamar Chase head up and let Joey Porter Jr. just run with the guy, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. And I also did a little research. I watched some All-22 film over the last couple of days. B-Dirt, I got to tell you something, man. The Cincinnati Bengals have an outstanding screen game. Their screen game is killing them. Chase Brown and that other fella they got playing running back, yeah, they're able to get, for whatever reason, that's almost like their extended run. The little fake screen game they got, it's nice. So I look for them to try to attack us that way as well. Set up the screen. I don't think they can really run the ball on the Steelers defense, but that screen game is nice.
Yeah, there's a couple of comments about the running game in the chat. I want to be very clear. The Cincinnati Bengals run game is not very good. It has nothing to do with Joe Mixon not being there. Joe Mixon also averaged about 3 point some yards a carry last year, or for us last year. He's having a great year in Texas, at Houston.
Yeah.
And he'd still not be having that year if he was the Cincinnati Bengals. It's our offensive scheme, it's our play calling, and it's our offensive line is the biggest issue.
Hold up, B. You're telling me Chase Brown and the Cincinnati Bengals run offense isn't good this year?
Correct. And we only run the ball. We run the ball less than anybody in the league, too. We run the ball 30% of the time. We pass it 70% of the time.
That's facts. That's total fact.
Why did they choose to be good when I was playing against Chase Brown in fantasy? I don't understand this. The fantasy gods hate me or something.
Oh, no. Chase Brown's got good fantasy numbers because of the screen game that Big G is talking about.
Just update. Georgia just fumbled on the Georgia Tech 42-yard line. Georgia Tech takes over in scoring position already to go down and score and possibly go up 17-0 on the Georgia Bulldogs.
That's your hour 2 college football update from Big G. B Dirt, how do you feel about this game between the Bengals and the Steelers coming up on Sunday?
So normally I really like to break down, styles make fights and what one team wants to do, the other team. And really I look at the Steelers running the ball could be like the key to this game. If they run the ball well between the tackles, they could play keep away from us and kind of bludgeon us to death, right? But I really took a broader look at this one. And if there is a God, especially a sports God, in this rivalry week, I don't think he would let me lose both the NFL and college game to Big G. So I think this one's more likely for the Bengals to pull off. So I'm going to take the Bengals here to pull off a win at home because I have a feeling my Michigan Wolverines are going to have a tough go of it tomorrow afternoon.
Hey.
We're going to put you on suicide watch, bro. We got you.
I'm ready to go, baby. I'm ready to go. Got the tissues with me.
Hey, cash no corner, B. Cash no corner.
Cash no corner.
25 both games. The way you see it, we break even.
No.
For what?
That's a silly bet.
Why is a silly bet?
Because if you add the line up to those, I would be giving you 17.5 points. I'm not doing that, Tate.
I would.
20.5 on one game. I'm a 3-point favorite on the other. It's a bad.
Basically, he's saying his 25 to your 75, and it's a deal.
Why is that? I'm saying that Ohio State wins and Pittsburgh wins. He says the Bengals win.
I understand what you're saying,
So
but it's a bad bet. I'm not taking it because I have to win both to actually win. And I have less of an opportunity to win both because one is a 20.5-point underdog. That's a silly bet, Tate.
Well, let's bet and by the line.
Oh, by the line, I would do, yeah.
You giving him 20.5, Tate?
Yeah. You giving me 3.5, right?
Oh, okay. That's bread. Oh, that's more.
So what do you want to bet?
That's some bread. That's some bread.
25 and 25.
Okay, I'm with that.
The Bengals are favored by 3.5, right?
3.
3. Okay, but
I'm looking up the Michigan spread right now. It's down to 19.5.
So that's where we at right now.
Oh, good money coming in.
Yeah, it's because
so you got 19.5 and I got 3.
Yep.
Bet it.
Yeah, Brady be there. I think he suckers you on this one, dog. I think you're taking the L.
I'm good. I'll bet on the line. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he think the Bengals gonna win, and he think Michigan gonna cover.
Yeah. I don't think either thing's gonna happen, but that's just
me. I'm not the one who said it, Tate. So I'm not necessarily thinking that. All I'm saying is, if you want to bet 2 bets by the lines, I'll be the bank. I'll take it. Like, pick 2 randomly, man. Any week you want to.
Okay. Let's take a quick break and come back and do our picks, and we'll call this a wrap for the show. You ready? So we're gonna take a quick pause real quick. We're not going anywhere. We'll come back and finish the show with our NFL pick'ems, the homie pick'ems. And we right. If you're watching on YouTube, you know we're not going nowhere. If you are listening on audio, we have to hear a few words from our partners, pay some bills, but we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the final block of the Homies Black Friday night podcast.
Tate, I want to address something in the comments real quick. Richard said, get a Browns representative, Browns rep. Richard, do want to tell you, we did have a Browns representative at one point in time, but he was about as reliable as the Cleveland Browns organization. So that's why we don't have one right now, because he didn't show.
Hey,
if Richard is a Browns fan, that's a shot.
That's full facts. That's not just that's not just
debate, right?
That's full facts. That's full facts.
I think he's a Steeler fan. But B, I gotta, you're my bro from another mother. But saying the former Browns rep was as responsible as dependable as the Browns. That's a low blow, and it's not true.
That's what it is.
It's not true. It's blatantly false. It's patently false.
No,
the Browns are
that's
worse.
full facts. Full facts.
The Browns are a lot worse. The Browns are a lot worse.
The Browns are worse than the guy that we relied on to come on for the Browns rep.
Yes, you said you couldn't rely on Bro to show up once a week. You can't rely on the Browns to show up once a month.
That's full facts, Pay. I'm gonna swing with you on that one. I agree. Right. Full facts. That's full facts. I double down with the full facts.
All right, on these picks, I did what I have so far for the year. I'll let you know before we get the final percentages when Pay gets his numbers. But right now, Pay is in first place on my weeks. Tate, you're in second. I'm in third, and Big G pulling up the rear, buddy.
Sorry.
Let's just keep it at that. Let's just keep it at Paying first, G and last, and we just call it like that.
It's all good. Hey, you know what I'm in first place in? The thing that counts the most, corner time. So it don't matter.
Collected corner time.
Payne's in first in picks and fantasy football.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
I am.
Yeah, he is.
Wow.
And G is in last in both.
No way, I'm not in last.
He might have climbed his way up to 10.
He got it out. He got out of the cellar.
Yeah.
I'm in ninth place. I'm in ninth with a bullet. I'm in ninth with a bullet. What do you mean?
I don't think you can use the term with a bullet when you're,
With a bullet.
you're in ninth place.
Hey, I was not. Hey, it was the basement was
I'm
calling.
not
me.
last. I'm next to last. Get it right.
He like Michael Parsons talking about the Dallas Cowboys and how they can make a run still.
Yeah, I do believe.
All
I do
right,
believe.
Big G. Let's see if we can add to this losing total you got. First up, you've got the Steelers +3 at the Bengals over under 47.5. Who you got?
You already Steeler Nation. You already know. Steeler Nation. Dub.
All right. I thought maybe you go with some reverse psychology there since you've been so
No
bad
way.
at picking these.
Reverse psychology. That's not Jesus.
Pay, you got the Texans at the Jaguars. Jags are getting 3.5 over under 44.
Ooh, it's down to 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Ouch. It was 5.5 when we did pay dirt. That's tough. I'm gonna still keep it. I'm gonna still keep it with the Texans. They covered 3.5.
All right. I have the Titans at the Commies, the Commanders, and the Titans are getting 6 over under 44.5. Oh man. I don't trust either one of these teams right now.
Remember what I told you on pay dirt? The Titans are 2-9 against the spread this season, and they haven't won 2 games in a row all season.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the Commanders only because I do trust Jaden Daniels a little bit more than I do Mr. Mayo. So I'll take the Commies.
Never trust Mayo.
Tate, you got the Arizona Cardinals +3.5 traveling to Minnesota, take on the Vikings over under 45.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals getting 3.5.
Getting.
Yeah, okay, they getting 3.5. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be a believer and believe they playing at
In Minnesota.
I'm gonna believe that the Cardinals can get it done in Minnesota. I'm gonna take the Cardinals.
You got it.
I'm gonna go and switch my fantasy lineup around based on that.
All right. G. Claude Bishop says, G, I'm not shocked that you're in last place. Thank you for the support, Claude. Appreciate all those paid comments. We dig it.
No one's shocked, Claude. That's a free get out of Matrix card right there. Like you play Monopoly, get out of jail free card right there. That comment right there, it's a free get out of Matrix card.
All right, G, you got the Seahawks at the Jets, Jets +1, getting 1 point over under 42.
I'll take the Seahawks to win the game. The Jets are horrible, man. They are just horrible. Horrible.
Will they win by 2 or more?
Who, Seattle?
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna cover.
Okay.
All right, Pay, you got the this is the game where I don't know if either one of these teams are good or both of them are good or what's going on here, but you got the Chargers at the Falcons. Falcons getting 1 point over under 47.5.
Whoa. The Atlanta's oh no, you said Atlanta's getting 1 point. Okay, so the line on pay dirt was 1.5 Chargers. It went down to a pick'em game. So I still believe the Chargers win this game. I'm pretty confident in that. The Chargers don't lose two in a row. I take that Chargers -1.
All right. We have my game is the Colts at the Patriots. Patriots +2.5 over under 42.5. Boy, I don't like either one of these quarterbacks. I don't particularly appreciate this game. I don't want to pay attention to it, but based on the fact that we have only taken one home team, I'm going to take the home team. Pats +2.5.
Hey,
I like
pause just for a second. Georgia Tech scores 17-0 Georgia Tech. They destroying Georgia.
Shout out to nerds everywhere.
17-0.
Good job, nerds. Tate, we got the Bucks at the Panthers. The Panthers are getting 6 points, over under 46.5. Who you got?
I'm always picking the Panthers to not cover, so give me the Bucks.
Bucks it is.
I like that.
Your last game of the week will be the Rams at the Saints. Saints are getting 3 points, over under 49.5.
Give me the Rams to win by more than 3.
Pay your last game. Oh, you got the game of the week. Eagles plus 2.5 at the Ravens. Line went down a half point.
2.5 now?
Yes, sir.
I did just get on here and say Baltimore is going to win by 3, right?
You did, yes.
I'll stick with that. Baltimore by a field goal.
All right, I have the 49ers plus 6 at the Bills. Again, bad weather game. 49ers coming out from California. I don't know who all is going to be making the trip. If you've got a sore shoulder, man.
Nick Bosa's not playing. He's already been declared out.
They've got banged up wide receiver core. Purdy coming back from a shoulder injury, playing in this cold weather. I don't like it. I'm going to take the Bills to cover that. Win by 10. Tate, you got the final game of the week. You have the Browns plus 5.5 at the Broncos. And be careful with who you pick and what you say over here. I don't know if you know this, we have the Bo Nix fan club in the chat right now, so careful.
Yeah, but I would pick Denver to win, but I got to take the Browns with 5.5. I think it's going to be a close Denver win. 23-20. So I'm taking the Browns with 5.5.
Ooh, Mr. Woodside taking the Browns on the money line.
That's risky.
You see what Big E the Broncos said, B-Dirt?
Yeah, it's just not an appealing game to me, Big E. He said, for those of you listening on an audio platform, the only reason B-Dirt is saying he's going to bed early on Monday night is because the Bengals got flexed out of the Thursday night game. The Broncos got flexed in. Don't care. I don't like Thursday night games either.
Why would they flex the Browns into prime time 2 weeks in a row? No one should have to see anything Cleveland related 2 weeks in a row. We don't care.
We got flexed out of a Thursday night game and into a Sunday night game though. So whatever.
Here's my thoughts about that previous comment you mentioned, B. Well, not B, but Tate. Mr. Woodside say he's taking the Browns on the money line. Please bet that separately. Do not put that into a lotto ticket. Do not put that into a large parlay or any type of parlay. Bet that separately. Let that money be thrown away by itself. You don't gamble on the Browns winning any games. Please don't.
Hey. 25 to you that the Browns cover 5. Cover the 5.5 that they cover.
Bet.
Oh, Tate, you either gonna be real broke or you're gonna be real paid come next week on the show.
I put my money behind my picks.
Yeah,
I don't know corner time.
As you all heard, I got a lot of kids to buy Christmas gifts for. I'll take that 25. Thanks a lot, Tate.
I respect Pay Dirt as a podcast and show and an organization, but I can pick some ball games too, bro.
He did. You were the number one guy last year when we did our picks.
Hey, I will tell you this: you are leading our pick'em in ties this year. You've gotten 2 ties, so that's.
What's that mean? I didn't win.
You pushed twice. The team's favored by 6 and wins by 6, kind of deal. Uh-huh.
Trash.
Mr. Woodside believes in me, but I guess he would. Since he said he was put in the parlay.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Hedge that.
All right, the picks are done.
We're at an hour, gentlemen.
You're at an hour. You gonna put a bow on this segment?
Be dirt. Let the folks know what you finna talk. What y'all finna be talking about on overtime.
On overtime,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about food. We're gonna talk about football. We're gonna talk about. I'm sure Big G is gonna give us some more college football updates. We're going to get into some power rankings, NBA and NFL. So it should be a fun one.
Okay. So, real quick for me.
And one thing you're thankful for from in your sports world. Well, Thanksgiving sports edition. What are you thankful for in your sports world?
Well, I'm just gonna tell you my tops of my power rankings for the NBA and NFL. I'll let you guys break it down. But my top football team as of right now today, I would have to say it's the Detroit Lions, number one in the power rankings. And I have to say number one in the NBA power rankings is the Boston Celtics. No longer is the Cleveland Cavaliers, who lost 2 games in a row to the Atlanta Hawks. Back to back. I'm not coming on Central Showdown pay. I don't feel like talking to people. Unless we beat the Celtics tomorrow on Sunday.
That's a very mod thing of you to do, Tate.
After you did say, yeah, we'll be 19-1, next week.
I know. I did. I mean, who's supposed to lose Atlanta Hawks back-to-back games? But yeah, man. Sorry, y'all can go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Yeah, so be prepared to get a lot of college football updates out of G. He's got the rank is tightening up. We're almost in conference championship season, and G is he's watching the nerds beat up on the tough guys of Georgia. So he's definitely going to be interjecting a lot when we're talking about basketball. He's like, hey, Georgia just scored. He's gonna let us know about all of that. So it's gonna be fun. As all around, and he's definitely going to tell you how garbage certain rookie quarterbacks are, and then go on about how right he was, even though he was actually wrong because he said the opposite a few weeks back. But do not miss hour 2 of the homies.
It's amazing how you know how you believe or think or feel that you know my script, but that's a good
I know your script, G. We're 3 years.
We'll see all y'all. We'll see all y'all over hour 2 for sure. We'll see all y'all in hour 2, man.
Big G.
Yes, sir.
Your script fluctuates, to say the least. Because y'all go get into it. We talking about the biggest show at the beginning of the year. Bo Nix was trash. He's not trash anymore. Even by your words.
Yeah, he proved otherwise. Evidence as of now, he's the second best rookie quarterback in this draft class. With the jury still out with J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix Jr., but as of now, he's definitely number 2. I mean, what? Jaden Daniels is number 1. Bo Nix is number 2. What do you mean?
You on the First Rated Chicago Sports Fan channel in the comments of one particular video, I saw you say that Caleb Williams is the number 4 quarterback in the class, possibly number 6.
Yep.
Who's number 3?
Drake May that beat Caleb Williams head up and is going to have a better record than him at the end of the season with less help, with trash wide receivers, trash or total organization.
Big G also is on record saying that Drake May is garbage.
Drake
on record.
There you go.
Which is making Caleb Williams even worse.
You called all these quarterbacks garbage. So
Bo Nix is better than Caleb Williams. Jaden Daniels is better than Caleb Williams. Drake May is better than Caleb Williams. We haven't seen Michael Penix and J.J. McCarthy, but I got a strong feeling both of those guys are better than him too.
You got a strong feeling over something you never saw before.
Hey, keep in mind, it's the same guy that said C.J. Stroud was garbage.
Yes, I know.
Caleb Williams trash. In 2017, they drafted Mitch Trubisky, top 3 pick. They fired the coach the next year. In 2020, they drafted Justin Fields, number 1. They fired the head coach the next year. And this last year, they drafted Caleb Williams, and they just fired the head coach. What's the pattern?
What's they got to do with
the Bears? Is trash.
The Bears might be trash. But what's they got to do? What's they got to do with it?
And every quarterback they picked is trash.
Is the Bears should have brought in a new coach with the new quarterback each time.
Yes.
They kept a coach, drafted a quarterback, then got rid of him. If they had drafted a quarterback and got a new coach at the same time, it might have worked out different.
If I'm the coach, Caleb up out of there. I'm gonna draft my own quarterback. If I'm the coach.
All right. Let's go to hour 2. It's gonna be so much fun. Go ahead and take us home, Tate.
Hey man, you the take home guy.
Arrest Brett Favre. Send him exactly where Jake.